Boys and girls, I think my voice just cracked. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, Lonesome Road. Last episode, we got the fun gun, which is... I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't remember what number it's on. Or do I not have it bound? I guess I don't have it bound, because there's no way. I have some of these weapons bound over it, but it's whatever, it's fine. Never finished that thought. Last episode, we got the detonator, we progressed through Hopeville, we made it to the tunnel, and then when I got to the tunnel, I said, hey, we'll be back next time. And that's where we are now, so into the tunnel we go. Did I already loot that? Yes, I did. Into the tunnel we go, and this is gonna be our first experience with...
I don't believe it. Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Super disrespectful that you interrupted me, Eddie, but I don't remember what I was saying at this point, so valid, fair enough. I can't believe they'd approve that. I've met enough robots to know they're more than just machines. Whitley was really protective of his iBots, huh? It says I've said those dialogue options, but I haven't said this one. He must have tried to change things. He doesn't seem like the type to let that slide. He sounds more like a father than an inventor in these logs. Alright, let's press on. I thought there would be like a conclusive dialogue option, but they all lead to just him making noises, and then here we are. This is where we... That's a Deathclaw. But no, this is where we meet tunnelers for the first time. And it's where I fall. Probably the most pork and beans in the entire game in those two crates. If you want it, I don't need it. 15 rockets, absolutely. Nail gun nails, NCR trooper, Bravo team mission orders, flashbangs. You have found a flashbang grenade. Flashbangs are special grenades that deal fatigue damage, reduce enemy weapon skills, have a chance to frenzy tunnelers. We haven't learned what those are yet, but we will in a second. And there's the Deathclaw we just saw, who is now dead, and he's spooning that corpse. And while we're doing stuff, let me combine those nail guns, because I lied, I don't have another nail gun. I guess I put the other nail gun away because I decided I wasn't really going to use it, but I bet they're giving me a bunch of flashbangs. Keep an eye out for whenever we need them, because I probably won't remember to put them on. Or NCR troopers taking their dog tags instinctively. Really no reason to do that. Scared beeping indeed. You can go home, courier. Thank you. Glad you gave me permission. Can I get over there via the normal way, or do I have to go around? I can just go up and over, I bet. Flamer fuel, I'll take it for some reason. And then I didn't actually want those, but... Eddie. Oh, good job. Our first encounter with a tunneler, and I don't even get to see the action because Eddie just boobopped it. Which, that didn't even sound like Eddie had a hard time with it. Just kind of sounded like Eddie 3-tapped it with his little cannon thing. What do you have on you? You have scissors on you. Is that why you're so dangerous? A bunch of stuff to make ammo. Yeah, like I have so many of these things that it's fine. What else do I have? I have red rocket, right? Maybe that's what red rocket's good for. Maybe it's good against tunnelers. I'm not gonna lie, thought I killed myself. But then I remembered I'm using the red rocket in this, the red glare rather, Red Rocket's a gas station. I got a Steam achievement for causing 10,000 damage with explosives. Which the majority of that had to have came... in this DLC, because... I don't think I used explosives at all in the base game, because I don't think I carried Annabelle. And I know Annabelle would have been the only explosive weapon I would have used. Alright, maybe getting out of the tunnel is a better option than trying to fight, because I don't know if these guys infinitely respawn or not. So many boxes of MREs, I'm just not interested. They knocked me over. And then they broke my leg. Alright, one sec, bro. I gotta heal. Oh, the high road. We're already at the high road? Okay.
There you are. You went quiet for a time. Knew killing the bear wouldn't prove easy. You and your machine. You survived. There's a lesson here in the Divide. Old world history about paving and intentions could teach the Republic a thing or two, if they listened. They have an idea of trying to do what's right, never quite getting there. Maybe you've seen it. Nipton. Elsewhere.
You got a better way?
Yes, and any courier could tell you the same. See it everywhere. The bear. Bear's too busy carving up the Mojave with knives, roads, borders, and how things should be, to see how it is. They're stretched thin, can't protect their front lines, their towns. Think paper's power, radio means control. All of it, useless. No matter now, Bear couldn't hold the Divide. You and that machine are all that remains of NCR here. Rest fell to radiation, fire, and what burrows below.
Legion and NCR options, and they're both like the same thing.
You haven't seen enough of the Legion yet to see what they worship, what they hold on to, even after what happened to them. They bear false versions of Legate Lemus's masks, the one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from Divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the Divide tears at them.
I mean, I have the option to do both checks for factions, but I mean, why not? Sure, NCR.
You see true, not scavengers. It's what they wore before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the Divide. Few survived. Intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion.
Another NCR faction check. NCR would have needed this supply line open to reinforce the Mojave and Hoover Dam.
The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimball, Kaiser, House. You'd think their whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
Yeah, bull bear history. Ulysses doesn't like the dam. Not sure why. I'm not sure why it's so hard for him to wrap his head around what the dam actually means. It's not just a wall. In, like, his argument, they're fighting over nothing. I get it, but, like, dam's kind of important. I found some recordings from you in Hopeville.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road, on its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them, nothing but ramblings, reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
Speech 75, you wouldn't have recorded those messages if they didn't matter to you.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter, if history matters, we'll see at the end of the road.
What were the creatures in the underpass?
Tunnelers. Predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect, below.
Science 65, radiation from the war might have created them, then detonations, quakes caused them to surface.
Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place.
History.
Were signs they were here for a long time. Before marked men. Before what happened to the divide cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation.
My survival's not good enough for that. If this is the high road, where does it lead?
At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine I'm with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville.
Perception 6, you have a lot of hate for the robot with me. I can hear it in your voice.
Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum. You're a machine. It's just a tool, made of wreckage of the divide. All that was brought here.
Another Legion check. You said you swore not to kill me. If you're Legion, why are we at odds? I think the way I played the game leading up into the DLC, because the save I started at before we went into the DLC, I'm at like the crossroads where you can choose basically every ending. So I have every faction check that would matter to Ulysses. I've never done this before because I've never played New Vegas for content before. So this is new to me. Because also I've never, in my casual playthroughs, I've never done anything Legion. Because I don't like the Legion. I think they're a dumb faction, and they're also stupidly underbaked in terms of content, so I just never went with them. So this is the first time I'm hearing a lot of these dialogues.
You struck first, not just at me, at the Legion. Or so I thought. Not sure of the history of it now.
History.
Whatever flag you follow, or followed then, either way, you got too much of the bear sickness in you to live. Divides proof of that. Want more than that? Walk the road. Answers will come. Closer you get to home. You and that machine.
Either one of these options is going to lead to a yap session. I'll go with the top one, though.
Many in the Mojave Think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the Divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was.
So you're saying I walked this road once from another direction, from west to east to home.
All roads lead back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places
History.
you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home.
I legitimately don't remember. My character, that is, doesn't remember anything. Ulysses doesn't seem to wrap his head around that, but whatever.
It means everything. Even if you deny it, cast it aside, that speaks to what you are, proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new nation, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
You're still making assumptions about all this.
No, recounting history.
History.
Saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun, and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
I swear this DLC would be like 5 minutes long if Ulysses didn't talk, but that's the charm of it. At least for a little bit. It's how passionate and insane he actually is about whatever's going on here. Oh, what's up, dude? Dudes, sorry. Let's try out, this gun. Sorry, this gun. I have no crosshair. Oh, it's because I have no crosshair. I turned it off. Valid, valid. That's on me. Take a nap. Well, we've made it to the high road. I guess that's all we can ask for. Not technically true. I'm sure I could ask for much more, but technically all I'm asking for right now is the high road. Okay, so keeping an eye out for warheads. Am I gonna find any? I don't believe so. Whoa, I almost Just walked straight off. Would have been very bad. Alright, there's a warhead. As I just got done saying I probably wouldn't find one. I could have probably blown that up and it would have killed him. That is 5 of 30. We have to kick it into maximum overdrive if we're gonna find all these warheads. Which I'm honestly still not sure what we're gonna do, but... Can I walk up this? That guy's supposed to be dead? I feel like that guy was not supposed to be dead. I'm dead. Not dead. Wow, that didn't hurt me as much as it should have. Let's try again. You've discovered the crow's nest. Damn. That gave me actually no time to react. I'm just gonna sleep that off. A lot of magazines up here. We'll come back to that. I can't pick up the Med-X. Am I over encumbered? No. Oh, I hit my walk button on accident. I feel fine. I bet, man. You look fine. And that stuff is cool. I don't need it. And I don't want to take it because it's going to weigh me down. Alright, let's take the log.
Big, empty. There's something hidden there. A crater. Past wind and sand. So deep in the desert, there's no turning back. Finding the crater was an accident. Was following the weather patterns. The divide sky torn like that. Man's violence, not nature's. That violence in the sky had a source. Tracked it, like following a river current. Left the colors to mark my way, like always. In case someone finds them, learns the pattern. The courier might. But I thought sand and wind would never end. Came to the crater. And there was an old world facility. A weather station at the edge. Still raking the sky with electricity and generators. And beyond it, saw the rest of the old world hell there. All carved up like garden plots. Had to see what was there. Couldn't leave it be. Things asleep in the big empty. The Brotherhood woke them up. Can't move quiet any more than the two-headed bear can. And when they woke up, it was like all of history waking up at once. Almost didn't make it out. Almost. Left with answers I never intended.
Probably would have been more fun if I used this to kill that death claw, but I didn't. My bad. Oh my god, please die. Am I just missing, or does this gun just RNG dice roll damage? Holy hell. Anyway, back to looting. That is a lot of ammo. And then that one died in one shot. Maybe that was a sneak critical or something. All I know is damn. That almost killed me. I already have this, I think. Ruined highway interchange. Absolutely. Oh. I feel like I gotta stop looting. Because I am just being trolled by the developers right now, that every time I go into somewhere, something spawns in behind me. Okay, keep pushing forward. Keep an eye out for more stuff to detonate as well.
All due respect, sir, I think you're making a mistake. We're close to a breakthrough with the Duraframe iBots. I can feel it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand that we need the Duraframe assets for Hellfire armor, but... No, sir. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. I'll tell the team to start disassembling the ED series prototypes right away. Eddie, you little rascal, were you eavesdropping again? I think those videos you watch are a bad influence on you. How much of that did you hear? Didn't Dr. Grant say she'd upgraded your navigational systems? And I think I have an idea. How'd you like to be just like Ralphie?
Do you record everything that's said around you? Really? I'd better be careful what I say then, huh? No, Eddie, I don't want to hear your recordings of human mating calls. That's just wrong. Sounds like Dr. Whitley was a bit of a rogue element. I'm beginning to see where you get it from. I think I would have liked him. And the only other option is something that'll make Eddie sad, so let's get going. And as I was saying before he interrupted me again, brother, climb. Keep an eye out for more warheads. At this point, I'm convinced I've missed some. As much as I would like to have not missed any, I'm just... Something tells me I've missed at least one. However, there's one right there. Alright, that is... 7 of many. Probably should have saved that a little longer because... Enemies spawn in down here, I think. Head up here and get... whatever's up here. Medical supplies and MREs, which I didn't want to take, but we took. And then another Ulysses log, which means we get to listen to him yap more.
I walked the Great Salt Lake as Kaiser's eye, then his hand. Mongrels there, 2 legs and 4. Saw the walls of New Canaan and the scavengers circled. Had the strength or fire to take. Too high, too strong. White legs. They were born for war. They run to it, hungry for battle. Yet their hunger is to be a part of history, something larger. Like the Legion, as always, brought them a message from Kaiser. If New Canaan burns, Kaiser might see them. Might. Even the chance was a lie. To honor Kaiser, destroy the history of New Canaan and the way they carry it in their generations and family. Kaiser respects such strength, I told them. That was truth. Even if strength wasn't the word. Obedience. You must be willing to kill anyone. Children, mothers, the weak, elders. If these New Canaanites value the generations, that is what you must kill. It was like Wolpus was speaking through me. Use the night, silence, and fire to change their words to please, to screams. No need for bombs, when hate will do. I asked the White Legs to destroy a people with ancestry going back thousands of years. Another death of history, lost to time. The New Canaanites. They supplied medicine, food traded with others. Civilization, a hand from the past.
I mean, what was I supposed to do about that? I mean, that's a bit of an unfortunate, stupid setback. I just got stuck in a staggered loop. I couldn't get back up and run away or fight. Honestly, no it didn't. Second try, it still didn't really work the way I wanted it to. Oh well. Drop a quick save here this time. Alright, can't really go this way. I was hoping there'd be a little more, but no, that's about it, I guess. Like I said, I don't think I should have died the first time, but we got stuck in a loop. But let us carry on. We have to go this way, I believe. Oh, more stuff has spawned in behind me. There's more random Deathclaw that I really didn't want to fight, but I think we had to. Oh, something is screaming at me that I missed a warhead somewhere. Falling rocks. Okay, cool, bet. What is ahead of me? There's red on the map, but Eddie isn't fighting anything. And I can't see anything. I think this is where having too high of a perception turned out to be a problem, because I saw those guys from way too far away, and then Bonesaw runs up to me with a chainsaw. I've gained the marked perk. I don't know what that means. Come on, Eddie, get him. Get him. And then another sniper rifle. I hope there's a commissary somewhere nearby. Over there is actually where it wants me to go. Not just because that's where the marker is taking me, but I believe this area I'm currently in right now is just like a stronghold. I don't think there's anything actually going on here. Dude, so many sniper rifles here. It pains me to leave it behind, but I just don't need it. And then there's warhead here. Eddie, please move. Alright, does that open something up? Yes, it does. What do we got? Lead-lined metal box. Okie dokie. And then, like I said, I think over here is where the objective is taking us. Which means it's probably going to be where I call the episode. Ooh, there's bottle caps on the floor. Do I need them at this point? Nope. But, you know, just because I don't need them doesn't mean I don't need them. You got it? Makes sense? Hope so, because that's all I'm giving you. What's in my inventory? I need... need a commissary. I need to get rid of stuff. Presumably there's one over there. Oh, it's because I have two of these things. Alright, let's make our way over here. Hurley. Hurley, hurley, hurley. And we're at the Ashton silo. And Eddie did that. So tell you what, this is where we'll pick up at the beginning of next episode, because, I mean, it seems like a natural breakpoint in the storytelling. And I'm also pretty sure once I activate that and do whatever it is that happens here, someone's gonna talk to me, whether it's Dr. Whitley, Eddie, or, heaven forbid, Ulysses Yap Man. But until then, I will talk to you in the next episode. Boys and girls, a pizza.